Very quick video for you today, guys. Uh, Talking about two books I hate. I hate it. Okay. One of the big things with books, as you know, is uh, when do you stop reading? When something's is a bona fide bummer, when do you stop reading it? You keep wanting to believe that there's must be something redemptive about it or whatever, and so you keep reading, and then the whole sunk cost fallacy kicks in. So anyway, the two books that I hate, and I think it's important for me to be critical about books too. I mean, I tend to feature here books I like, and it's generally because you see a book that you want to read. I like classics. I know what I like, and so you get things similar to the things you like, and all that stuff. Or you want to learn more about a certain topic, so you read books in that area. But every once in a while, I find real bummers, and this Christmas season, two books I did not like. Well, first of all, life hack for Canadians. Uh, this is obviously orange juice, a little bit of spiced rum, and but first I packed the glass with snow. Okay, you can see the snow there. Life hack for you. Okay. Anyway, um, so the two books I don't like and didn't finish and won't finish because life is short. Life is too short to, invest every square minute in things you don't enjoy. Are the book nobody read, which is sad because it was one of the last books my father gave me before he died, probably a couple years before he died, and that we talked about. It's a book about Copernicus. And the other one was The Chimes, not a book per se, but a long short story, I suppose, by Charles Dickens, part of his Christmas books, one of his Christmas books. Following on the huge success of A Christmas Carol, he tried to cash in on that a few times, and he wasn't able to write anything as remotely popular as A Christmas Carol. So The Chimes is a stupid story that is basically trying to recapture some of the magic of A Christmas Carol, and in this case, it's about goblins who live in a cathedral and ring the bells of the church for some reason, and they're kind of like the ghosts of Christmas, future, past, and present. So these goblins, and they give a guy another chance to live his life, and who's who gets to see basically the disastrous course of things if he doesn't kind of change his ways or whatever. So it's dumb. You know, it's too bad. Now the problem with the book nobody read, the Copernicus book, is boring. Um, I did learn, like I've only gotten through, let's say it's 300 pages. I didn't even get to page 100 yet. Now I'm not absolutely positively saying I'll never finish it, but I'm not going to finish it anytime soon. Um, I learned a few interesting things, but the bottom line is it's boring, because it's not about Copernicus. It's about the historian himself and um, his work to figure out who read Copernicus's De Revolutionibus on the revolution of the heavens, who actually read the first and second editions of the book. So it sounds like an interesting topic, and it is because it will teach you a lot about the science of the time, number one. Number two, the dissemination of ideas and how books worked in the 16th century. Um, Obviously, this is just brand new printing press technology. And so, if you don't know anything about that stuff, you can pick and choose through the chapters of this book, and you'll get things out of it that you might find of interest. I found it. I learned something about the topic of epicycles, which were important at the time. But again, so say if it's a 300-page book, if the I think the author could have made an interesting story if he pared it down to 100 pages or 150 pages, left out all the, so much ridiculous detail about his travels and so on. So there you have it. I'm about to read, for my own research purposes, my book writing. This is the Soliloquies of St. Augustine. This is one of his earliest works. I'm reading it for research I'm doing, which I've told you about a few times. And this is the first. I'm a bit of an expert. I was a bit of an expert. My expertise is in the thought of St. Augustine. I wrote my doctoral and master theses on St. Augustine. And this is the first book of Augustine's that I've read since I. um, and so, I mean, I've always loved. Oops, I put my hand over the microphone. I've always loved St. Augustine's writings. St. Augustine's an amazing guy, but I haven't read him in the last several years because of. And so it'll be interesting, and I promise to. So it's quite a short book. I've read it a few times in my life. It's on less than 100 pages, but it'll be cool because, um, as you know, like with Kierkegaard, I read Kierkegaard recently, and he's a very strong religious person, and so reading religious stuff, Christian religious stuff, now that um, it's interesting. It's a really interesting experience. So I'll have to let you know about Saint Augustine. Anyway, thanks guys for listening, and we'll talk to you again real soon, I hope. Okay, bye bye.